I like what the defense did. The offense just didn't show up.
Shut up! Did you really think you was going to escape me today?
But
Shut up! What did I tell you was going to happen? What did I tell you was going to happen? Say another word, and this is over. And I ain't playing with you. Just say it again. Say something again.
But
wow. Oh! Up! Up! Oh! 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 My! Oh! Oh! Don't say another word. Nothing. Before you do, I got a sword for you. Sing it with me, everybody. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. For y'all. What did you say, Playmaker? La 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 la. La 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 la. We ready for y'all. First take in the house.
No turnovers. I talked the weeks before that. You know, you guys bring up the interceptions. I said, don't talk to me about that. We're putting up 35 points with it. So I was one of those guys that talk. It's more important than points than interceptions. But in that game right there, in that situation, when everything was at a premium, those interceptions, those turnovers, that offense just didn't show up, with the exception of CeeDee Lamb. With the exception of CeeDee Lamb. My 88 played, made some incredible grabs. Dan, I watched you this morning, and as much as I have sat here and fought for Dak, I watched this morning, and you're so right. You know what I hear ringing in my head when you're saying about Dak hitching 3 times? All I hear is Norv Turner telling Troy, you got to hit that one hitch, Troy. That's all you got. One hitch. Troy, let it go. Let it go, Troy. One hitch. That's it. You know, at the most 2 hitches. That's too much. You got to. You know, I've heard that a million times in practice, a million times, because that's all Norv would say to Troy. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching these plays. You know, you can't throw a 5 route. That was a 5 route.
Right.
You can't throw a 5 route that late to the outside when they're playing the sticks like they're playing the sticks. It was just some bad decisions made. Now, make no mistakes about it. The Dallas Cowboys had a chance in that game. They had a chance in that game. That's what's so painful last night. This was so painful here today. I'm not even worried about this joker right here. I'm talking about we had a chance. And as great as San Fran looked last week, I thought, wow, the Cowboys got a shot to take them out. They made that drive, they scored, and then, of course, the kick got blocked. That's a whole nother thing, too, because now you're playing thinking, oh, we don't even have a field goal team. We don't have a kicker. It was a tough situation, a hard situation, and a situation where I needed Dak to step up and make great plays, and he did exactly the opposite. And that's why the Dallas Cowboys lost that football team game. Kudos to the defense for playing the way they played. I was proud of the way they, at least at first, stood up to that run game, that physical run game. They wore out late because San Fran is a good physical football team. But that line stood up early on and played pretty good. But the offense just let us down. Dak Prescott let us down. He didn't put the points on the board to get past that defense. But we had that team. We had that team. We had it. Yeah. Man, ain't steady y'all, man. God damn, I gotta deal with this.
Let me get to my notes.
Hey, let's get to those.
Even looking at you, Joker, I ain't thinking about you, man.
You guys decided to pay Dak Prescott. The expectation was we're going to get a great quarterback, right? And then you watch yesterday's game, and the reality hits you in the face of we couldn't even get good. Dak, all he needed to be yesterday was good. That defense was tremendous. Like you said, CD played good football. And the fact that you lost because the quarterback wasn't good enough, that's when I hear Jerry Jones say, I'm sick. Because we talked about this season. You and I sat here with Stephen A. and Molly, and we said, and that corner opposite Trayvon Diggs, that's going to become an issue at some point. They can't stop the run. The right tackle being out, that's a problem. And so if you're Jerry Jones and you watch that game play out and you sit there and go, no, the corner we were okay. They didn't run the football on us crazy.
Right.
And you sit there and go, all those other ports that we were so worried about, and so concerned about, that's not the reason we lost. 2 years in a row now, Dallas is gone against San Francisco. They needed 24 points last year, couldn't do it. They lost 23-17.
Right, and here's the,
They needed 20 points this year, couldn't do it. In the last 2 years against San Francisco, this offense, led by Dak Prescott, has had 21 possessions against San Francisco. 21. They've scored 3 touchdowns. You got 3 turnovers, all 3 interceptions. And your point, and listen, before, I don't want to come on TV and kill Dak Prescott. I don't want to be that. I think it is important to point out, I admire his character. I do. I admire his leadership. There is something to be said for him to stand up there and wear it and be like, I got to be better. And that will never happen again. That being said, and I said this morning, the problem is with Cowboys fans and Cowboys people, you guys want the player to match the person. The person's a superstar. He is as good as you want when it comes to the intangibles and character. But you guys view him in the same realm as that as a player. And he's not. He's not that player. He is a good player. But you guys expect him to be great. He was outplayed by Brock Purdy in everything that comes to quarterback play, valuing the football, handling a defense, picking apart coverage, using your feet, getting through progressions, making plays when they're there, distributing touches. Brock Purdy outplayed him. That's the truth. And I think you guys as Cowboys fans need to sit in that and realize that's who you guys are. You're not the number one offense. You guys live in this world when you score points against bad defenses and you champion and like, look how good we are. You're not. When you guys offensively got to go play against a big-time defense, you guys are as average as heck.
Dan, first of all, wait. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to take this loss. I'm going to take it because that's the right thing to do.
At least you're not a Giants fan.
By the way, I love you.
But let's not act like Dak has been turning the ball over his whole career.
Correct.
Dak's taking care of the ball well his whole career.
Correct.
This is something new. And I don't know how you could say that the number one offense ain't the number one offense. We're not, the Cowboy fans ain't calculating that. The NFL is calculating that. I'm okay. I'm not saying anything. I'm not boasting because I can't boast anything. But the number one offense is the number one offense, and Dak has produced that. And Dak didn't turn the ball over.
Can I ask you this question?
Turn the ball over. I'm just saying, we just got to make sure because sometimes in the moment, Bishop used to always say, don't make a temporary decision over a permanent thing.
Right.
You know, this is a temporary. This year, he may have.
He played poorly this year. He's not a bad player.
This year he did that.
Is this the least talented offense he's had?
I don't want to make a permanent decision and get rid of that forever.
Is this the least talented offense he's had in his career?
You know what? Now, that's something to be said. I think that offense needed another player.
Okay, so
no doubt.
In a year where he had the least talented supporting cast, he played poorly. And he led the NFL him or Josh Allen led the NFL in turnovers.
But so did Tom Brady.
This is the same thing it was with Tony Romo, too. They were 0-3 in the divisional round.
Right.
And he's 2-4 in the playoffs. Dak and him have identical records in the playoffs and in the divisional round.
I don't want to. Wait. I don't want us putting this thing out like this is something easy now. We can go down the line and find a whole bunch of quarterbacks that never even set foot on a planet
of a divisional playoff. Is this what moving the goalposts looks like?
I'm not saying. Okay.
I'm just telling you, it was the same thing with Tony as it is with Dak.
I'll let it go.
The only thing I'd say to that, and I understand the correlation is, and you could speak to this a little bit as well.
Record.
But Tony had the rare greatness in him, like jaw-dropping plays.
Tony really did.
And so he could make you forget some of those boneheaded mistakes. Because he had some of those plays, you'd be like, man, that's such a Romo play. Dak has always been this technician, this methodical, consistent processing quarterback. He doesn't have moments of like jaw-dropping greatness.
At the end of the day, the playoff record's the same. Southern Steve?
First of all, I'm disappointed in the both of you. Now, y'all know good and damn well people want to hear from me this morning. Y'all were going to actually go on and have this football.
Yeah, we're having a fun. Go on, man. Tell what you got to say,
How did you
man.
do that?
Probably a rating spike.
That's just not smart. That's just not smart.
You wanted them to go first.
Yeah, but
I looked at it.
I'm talking about the length with which they're going back and forth about stuff they know people don't care about. Do not try to make this a strictly football conversation because the Dallas Cowboys are not strictly a football team.
That's what I get paid for.
No. They're not strictly a football team. Let me explain something to y'all.
That's what I get paid for.
Couple of things. Michael Irvin. You know, when I thought about Mondays on First Take, what I never revealed to the public was why I wanted somebody like this man on Mondays. Because I view Mondays, even though it's the morning, as the post-game show. And when we talk about the Cowboys, there wasn't someone out there other than the nauseating fan base. I'm talking about there was no one in this building that really pom-pommed on behalf of the Cowboys. So when they lost, the fall that was accentuated and illuminated by me, I did not feel had a profound enough effect. I needed someone that would elevate Cowboy fans' hope everywhere so the fall would be more dramatic. And that's exactly what you've done. And I thank you, my brother, because this is a good morning. Let me tell you something right now. As I've said on many occasions, I've said a variety of things. One, what can go wrong will go wrong. And I also said, just be patient. Don't lose it, no matter how good they look. When the lights shine brightest, they will crumble. And what happened yesterday? Allow me to count the ways. A, we got a field goal kicker that was actually lucky. The field goal got blocked because he was about to kick that back to San Francisco from Santa Clara to the left. That's how wide left that bad boy was. So you had a field goal kicker. You had a field goal kicker. Excuse me. Don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt
It's like
anybody.
Beyonce to the left.
Molly, I did not interrupt anybody. I
Okay.
did not say a word, okay? He's about to kick that bad boy back to San Francisco, okay? Right there in the Pacific Ocean where the killer whales and the great whites hang, okay? That's where he was kicking that field goal, right? Before it got blocked. That's number one. Number two, Tony Pollard goes down. Are there any adjustments whatsoever? Where's your running game? I thought Ezekiel Elliott was in the line. Wasn't he healthy enough to play yesterday? Did he play yesterday? I thought that Ezekiel Elliott still mattered. Evidently not to Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy because he didn't do but so much yesterday, right? Then we find ourselves in a situation where this dude, Schultz, late in the game, catches a pass and forgets the rule. You understand what I'm saying? To move forward. So obviously the clock keeps running. He forgot about that. This is the second consecutive year they had clock issues. Let me not forget Mike McCarthy and how you were supposed to punt the ball immediately or call a timeout. You had three of them, not one, not two, but three timeouts in your pocket. Didn't use one of them and let about 35 seconds chew off the clock before you punted. Not before you got off another play, before you punted, okay? And then last but not least, Dak Prescott. Not only did he lose, he stunk up the joint while doing it. Not only did he stink up the joint while doing it, it was against a dude whose name is Mr. Irrelevant, the very last pick in an NFL draft who happens to be a third-string rookie. That is who Dak Prescott lost to. And then Dan Orlovsky comes out here and why? See, this is the problem with Dak Prescott. Exactly what you said, his character. Great dude. You know what the deal is with the really great dudes? I'm talking about the dudes that you just know their character is impeccable. You can't touch it. I mean, nobody would ever impugn their character in any way. You would never say anything negative about them. You know what the problem is with that? They live on it. And they think that somehow, some way it's going to disguise their deficiencies or their ineptitudes. But not today. The fact of the matter is, Dak Prescott is primarily responsible for losing that game yesterday. Dak Prescott got outplayed by a third-string rookie. I don't care that he's 7-0 as a starter. I don't care that, you know, he's filled in admirably and he's played so well. And LeBron James tweeting that Brock Purdy's got game. LeBron was a line. He's right. Brock Purdy does have game. So what I'd like you to do when you leave this set today is I want you to take a flight straight back to Dallas. And I don't even want you to go home. I want you to beeline straight to the home, whether it's the yacht or the mansion of Jerry Jones, and I want you to go there and console that man because he did not deserve that loss yesterday. That defense played like a championship defense. I could have called out Trayvon Diggs because he put a video out Monday night about me when they beat Tampa. But I said, I'm going to wait because I knew you. I was laughing because you were celebrating. You forgot. I wasn't going to see you until today. You had a game, and you're talking about the running game and how San Francisco ran effectively. Well, Michael Irvin, the San Francisco 49ers had a full week off. The Dallas Cowboys played Monday night. Of course they were going to wear them down. It was up to the offense to spell for the defense to be more effective so you didn't have them out there breathing gas. Marcus Lawrence played his butt off. I'm not going to call out Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons and those brothers. They played like a championship defense. El Capitan, their captain, their leader, their quarterback, let them down. So I don't want to hear any more conversations about Dak Prescott's character. We know he's a good guy. What do you want, a cookie? You supposed to, what are you supposed to do? You know, be belligerent and rambunctious and disrespectful and be a pariah in everybody's eyes? Of course not, as the leader of a franchise and a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. You're supposed to act that way. Give us an irrelevant quote for a change. But in the end, what you're really supposed to do is not get outplayed by a third-string quarterback when your best running back, which is Tony Pollard right now, goes down. You were supposed to take that game over, and you couldn't do it. Not one pick, 2 picks. In the red zone, I might add. See ya.
Do you want a final word, or do you want me to just go? Okay.
I'm just saying that, you know, oh, guys, listen. First of all, Dak played that defense. And what we've been saying here all year long is how great that defense is.
No!
No. I'm talking about the
You said 35 points a game. Don't bring up a defense now. Don't bring up a defense now. You said 35 points a game.
We have said
that's what you said. You told him. You told him. You told Dan Orlovsky. You told Ryan Clark. You said it's 35 points a game.
Oh my God! Wait. Have we not said that San Fran was one of the best defenses in the league?
Both things can be true. Both things can be true.
My Lord. My Lord. You know what? I'll deal with you. I'll deal with you later.
The Niners defense can be incredible, and the Cowboys can't put up 35 points a game.
Molly,
Two things can be accurate.
Molly, as usual, looks very, very beautiful this morning, but you notice she ain't wearing blue. I'll deal with you later. I ain't having that right now from you. Oh, no, I'm not dealing with that. We'll deal with you first. You coming. Oh, you and your Giants. We gonna get to you. But go ahead.
All I'm trying to get to is this let's go get rid of Dak because we got
didn't say that. Who said that?
Who said that?
Playing better than Dak.
Who said that?
Well, I'm just saying.
No one said that.
Use those
no,
words,
I did not say that.
That's what you're intimating.
No,
that's what you're intimating.
Not at all.
That is
no,
what the last pick in the draft is playing better than your quarterback, and you paying him $50 million.
Right.
Something's wrong.
Actually, I'm not intimating anything. I'm speaking facts.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Fact
We're
is,
have more in this
he
later,
got outplayed by a third-string quarterback yesterday on the biggest stage. That's all I said. I didn't say anything about getting rid of Dak Prescott. I said he got outplayed, and I want him to live with that. And the city of Dallas has to live with that. I don't want to see him in no Mavericks game, by the way. I want to see it. You know, when you lose like that, stay away.
See Luka.
Stay away. I'm just saying, stay away. I want to see him at no Davis. Just stay away. Just stay away. No, watch it on TV. No, watch it on TV. You don't need to show up. You lost.
So when can that man come out of his house Are you going to let him?
In the summer. Training camp.
This summer?
Training camp. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.